Hi and welcome. I'm Karen M. Winkleman, and I'm here to talk to you today about the energy for August 2013. Now, all of 2013 is a 6 vibration, and so that is about the energy of love, harmony, creativity, responsibility, being of service, and self-love and self-acceptance. So all this year, you are going to be dealing with issues around self-love and self-acceptance and how love can improve any relationship or anything that you're doing. The answer is always going to be, how can I bring more love to the situation? So in the month of July, we were dealing with a 7 vibration just for the month, and that was about balancing intuition and intellect, heart and mind working together in balance. And there was a lot of issues coming up around doubt, self-doubt, doubting your decisions, and confusion. Like, well, what do I do? I'm not sure what's coming next. And that was all pretty normal for the month of July for 2 reasons. For the number 7, doubt does become a piece of it. But we were in a Mercury retrograde, so communications were wonky anyway. And so that put a spin on 7, making it easier to doubt the messages that you were receiving, whether they were going to be accurate or not. And people just needed time out. And if you were so busy last month in July, running around doing things, and you weren't giving yourself the time out, you were just feeling harried and rushed. So for all of this year, any way you can trim your to-do list is going to help you out, because you're going to actually need way more rest than you think you need, because you're dealing with a lot of emotions. And emotions are coming up all year long. And it's so that you can clear them out of your body, because we stuff them. We don't want to have the feelings that we're feeling. So we get rid of them. We think we're getting rid of them by ignoring them and stuffing them. My message all year is going to be, your emotions need to be felt. Feel what you're feeling. They're not going to control you. There's nothing to fear. Just feel it and let it go. Like, for instance, this past weekend, I was dealing with a lot of sadness and grief. And while there were things that have gone on in my life that could account for that, this stuff was really very old things that were coming up to the surface that I had buried for years, lifetimes actually. And so the technique that I use to move me through the grief that I was feeling is EFT, also called tapping. I find it very effective for helping you clear emotions. And there are many other tools you can use too. So I suggest that you maybe look into different tools that you can use to help you feel the feelings that you're feeling and move through them. If you need help moving through them, please get the help that you need. Now, for the month of August, August is an 8 vibration. And when you look at the number 8 and you turn it on your side, it's the infinity sign. And if you just look at the number 8 the way it is, you have a top and a bottom circle. That is material mastery, heaven meeting earth. So the trick to really working the 8 vibration is to be guided by spirit, not ego, around the material things in your life, the material decisions in your life. So while 8 is in numerology called the number of fame and fortune, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to win the lottery this year. All it means is that however money and material things show up in your particular world and how you handle them are going to come more to the forefront in the month of August. The challenge here is going to be, the way around it is to be guided by your heart or spirit or your intuition, whatever name you want to put to it. But since a lot of August is going to be in the sign of Leo, you're going to have ego showing up, because Leo likes to be front and center, likes to take center stage. So you might have a little acting out around being recognized for who you are and what you're doing, around your own personal power and your sense of personal power, and also around financial issues. So I suggest that this month you try to be a little chill about your finances, but realistic, to take a good look at what's going on with you on a money basis and take whatever practical steps you need to take. Don't go into, crazy spin out over fear of lack and whatever. It's just, if you know where you are, you can shift where you're going to. But when you ignore where you are and you pretend it's not there, you have no basis, no foundation to start from because you don't really know. So knowing and accepting what is really key around your finances. The other area is going to be in being recognized for what you do. So many of us do a lot for a lot of people, and when they don't recognize that, we get upset. And so we feel that we're being taken advantage of, and it feels diminishing to us. So it's going to be important for you to stand up for yourself, and to start with standing up for yourself by not beating your own self down. So many times we look at every day as all the things I didn't get done. Oh my goodness, I didn't get this done. I didn't get this done. So many things I just didn't get done. And we don't even give a second thought to all the things we did get done. So I'd like you to just shift your perspective for the month of August, and permanently if you can. So instead of looking at all the things you didn't do, look at all the things you did do. So start with you. And so when you start recognizing yourself and appreciating yourself for the things that you have done, you and your contribution, then others can do that as well. And the other area is around power. And when I say power, I'm not talking about I'm going to rule the world kind of power. I'm talking about your own personal power. So many of us give our power away in all kinds of ways. And we go to victim. And that makes it interestingly easy for us. It's uncomfortable as all heck, but yet it is easy because we don't have to take responsibility. We were just a victim. It's that person's fault or that situation. So even when you think you don't have any choice at all, you always have a choice. You may not have a choice between something that's phenomenal and something that sucks, but you have a choice. So it may be two difficult things, but you can still choose. And when you make the choice, you are empowering yourself. When you let other people make the choices for you and the decisions for you, you're giving your power away. It's very simple. So start this month, if you're not already, looking at all the ways that you give your power away. And don't beat yourself up over it. We all do it. It's a habit that we get into. So as you start choosing you and choosing what's right for you, you will be able to stand more firmly in your power. So any place where you're out of alignment in your own personal power and you keep giving it away, you'll have opportunities to really become aware of it this month. And it could be uncomfortable. So some of the ways that you have power leaks are usually based on a fear or a core belief. And once you understand what is really causing you to do that, give your power away, you can then work on fixing that for yourself. And I really don't like to use the term fixing because there's nothing broken. If it's a behavior that you have that's not in your highest and best interest and not making you happy, you can change it. You can just make a different choice. And it may take a little bit of time for you to be acting in a new way before it becomes your new habit. So if you really take a good look at why you give your power away, is it because you want to be liked? Because you're afraid they're going to leave you if you don't do what they want? Is it afraid because you're really afraid for your safety, that the person might be abusive? Or perhaps it's like, if I really say what I feel at work, I'll lose my job, and then I won't have my income, and then I won't be able to get another job, and then this, and then this, and then this. And can you see how I'm building up a whole drama around something that hasn't even happened? We do this every day when we do things like that on autopilot. So I'm going to just ask you this month to be aware of where you're giving your power away and the underlying reason why you're doing that. So this month, take a look at your finances. Start to make peace with money if you haven't already. Start accepting yourself. Look at everything that you do and honor yourself for doing that, rather than looking at all the things you didn't do and beating yourself up over that. And then the last thing is around your personal power. Look at how you're giving your power away. Look at where that might be showing up for you. And then ask yourself, what is really at the base of this? What am I really concerned about? What am I afraid of? What do I think will happen if I do what I really want instead of what this other person wants me to do? You have a choice. I'm asking you to choose you. So I'd like you to work on this month, and actually the whole year, to really honor yourself, to love and accept yourself, to look at where your boundaries are weak and start to reinforce them, to start choosing you. There's nothing selfish about that. So, thank you very much. Have a wonderful August. I love you.